As I mentioned at the end of the last video, we seem to be approaching the end of the colonization phase. I've managed to expand into the 6 corners of the galaxy. In fact, I managed to acquire my second Precursor world by the end of the last video. That's going to come in handy. In between videos, I've actually done quite a bit. I did a lot of tech trades, which I'm going to show you now. So if I go into the treaty parts, the treaty details of the screen, you can see I've done a ton of trades with the minor races. So 4 of them I've done trades with. I've exchanged my extreme colonization tech and some older techs that I'd picked up previously for a variety of technologies, mainly weapons related or ship hull related or logistics techs. I've picked up interstellar governance now as well, so I could use the Bureau of Labour on certain planets should I wish to. I'll mention more about that later though. Yeah, so I've got quite a lot of new technologies, and that's meant that I've actually caught up quite a bit with the Godlike majors. So the Yor, for instance, they only have well, 8 techs that I don't have, and I have 4 that they don't have, so we've pretty much caught up with them. I'm going to do some trading with these guys now as well, actually. So I'm going to give them extreme colonization. They already have this ability, so it's a bit weird that I'm able to trade it with them, but I think I will nonetheless. So let's get planetary invasion off them, get the beam weapons technology, and all of the rest of the techs I believe are specialization technologies, so I'm not going to pick them up off them yet until I've researched them basically. Right, so let's take the credits, and I'm going to accept that there. And I'm also going to do a deal with the Iridium Corporation. One thing I've realized is that the Iconians actually have the extreme colonization technology already. So that means that they are able to colonize there. So it's a good chance I'm going to lose out on that, especially since I moved my colony ship in the wrong direction. So if I do lose out on that planet, it's my own fault basically. I'm also coming rapidly up here, as rapidly as I can, to bag this barren world. So I think I can get this next turn hopefully. So I am actually going to trade the extreme colonization technology to the Iridiums now, because they actually have terraforming, which I really want now, so I can use that to figure out what I'm building on my planets basically. I have more of an idea, so I'm going to trade that now. But sadly it's going to cost me a lot of money to acquire. Now I could give him some of my Durantium resources, but I should maybe keep on to them. I am losing a bit of money currently, but yeah, I'll just trade that. Happy doing that, I think. So we've got that now. I've got a tiny bit of movement left this turn. Got a few colony ships. I've got that to colonize. I should do that now actually. The next technology I'm going for is going to be slave pits. So this is normally a drenching technology. It's particularly good though, it gives you extra percentage of food and very good adjacency bonuses, and in fact there's a couple of upgrades for it as well, so I think it's a good idea to pick that up. I've picked up, well, I'll show you the tech tree now in its totality. So you can see I've picked up quite a few techs within the turn. Got weapons techs now, weapons and defense techs. I've got the ability to make medium ships, and I've actually designed a new ship as well. So this is a survey ship which I might be building in a not too distant future. Uses some prototype technologies though, weapons, and also the prototype sensor. So I probably should get some of those out, pick up some graveyard anomalies, and maybe even some Precursor anomalies. I'm not quite sure if that ship is going to be strong enough to pick them up though. Right, let's finish up the movement for the turn now. So let's colonize up here. So K's is a class 9 world, and I'm not sure what ideology pick I'm going to be taking here. So Malevolent is... don't get an awful lot out of that, do we? There's that one. think I'll just pick my level, and I don't really want the minus 10% approval on this planet. Okay. I'll quickly take you through the planets, so you can see now with the terraforming tech I have much more of an idea about where I can colonize. So I think I will put the manufacturing capital there, since I can definitely terraform that tile. I should be able to terraform those two tiles as well later with the terraforming tech I'm going to pick up. There's the Bureau of Labor here now. You can see that it's got massive increased cost though because of the XML changes I've made. So I'm probably only going to make these on certain planets like my wealth planets, my trade planet, and possibly planets that I intend to focus 100% of research on, basically on those planets as well. But on other planets, ones that focus on manufacturing, shipyard type planets, or ones I want to split between manufacturing and research, I probably won't be building those because they're too expensive in terms of maintenance and getting up in the first place. So the capital, I can just do that if I want to focus completely on manufacturing, so I probably won't actually build one here. If I go through the rest of my planets though, this is the current state of things. So a bit different to probably the last time I showed it to you, but yeah, not an awful lot. Right, so I've got a tiny bit of movement, well, one ship left to move before I end the turn, so I'm gonna tell it to go through there, and it should take a route, so you can see some of the stars, and finally let's end the turn. So hopefully the Iconians don't colonize that this turn. Good chance of it happening though. I'll be really annoyed if I lose out on that one. Okay, the Iconians had a colony ship around here before. Looks like they're attacking pirates. I can't remember what turn I've got until before the AIs can declare war on me with that neutral ideology in place. It's probably 90 odd, I think. And I forgot about this. United Planets. This is the first time this has taken place as well. So this is just for the UP chair, this vote is. I had checked my percentage vote, it was 14%. I think the Euro had 26%. Yeah, 26%. So the Euro got a good chance of winning this. Yeah, I'm not sure when Stardock are going to get round to adding our own percentage on here. They should be there really, but I've been mentioning that for God knows how long. Right, so I'm going to vote for myself. So Iridium Corporation, vote. And did we win? Oh, what the hell am I doing? Snathi, we are. I'm freaking voted for the wrong one. Right, so would I have been able to win anyway? Probably not. I just gave the Iridium Corporation the vote basically there by the looks of things. Right, let's press cancel on that. So there's yet another colony ship to come down here. That hasn't been colonized. Let's do it now. So move to there. Okay, nothing here is there? No. So this is Aquatic World, class 9. Leftover robots, 100% tourism, research and manufacturing. Extreme worlds actually get a bonus of some sort. Once you've got the improvement tech, but I can't remember what each one does, which may have changed my mind on what I pick here. Aquatic ones could be research potentially. I think I just pick up the extra tourism amount here. Or should I? No, I'll go for pragmatic. Right, so one thing I really want to find out is what is the effect on this planet of the Iconian influence. It's not telling me yet, but what I might be doing is destroying this planet at some stage. Right, I'll come back to this one later on, figure out what I want to make here. That's a wealth bonus. I don't think it'll flip it in one turn, I hope not anyway. Right, so this is coming up here. Now I need to bank some resources pretty soon probably, and antimatter is going to be one Thing I definitely want to pick up, so might have to, well, get a constructor over there, for example. Space junk here. Huge amount of credits. Colony ship. Scout. Let's come up here. I might be able to get sight of whatever's up there. There's a lyrium there, but I don't think I want to put my make a starbase there. There's actually a black hole there. Has anyone picked that up? No. So there's a planet there and Durantium there. So this is a pretty good. Oh, there's a constructor there. So maybe I should make this turn to prevent them from nicking these resources off me, actually. It's not exactly where I would want it, but yeah, I think I'm going to make it this turn. That will allow me to move into this territory this turn as well. So construct starbase. Okay, and let's make a minor ring. You aren't going to be too happy about me sticking that there, but I don't really care. Right, let's move some colony ships then. No, I don't actually have range around that one. Okay. Nothing there though. Right. What else have we got to move? This colony ship I'll bring up here. This turn I'm going to trade extreme colonization to the Thalens. I've basically traded this around everyone now. I'm going to pick up precision manufacturing off them, so it's basically an upgrade to the factories. I've got to give a tiny bit of cash to acquire this, but definitely worthwhile. They shouldn't be able to make use out of that. They can, of course, tech up beyond it though to get better extreme colonization techs that might allow them to colonize planets like that, but yeah, I think it's worth trading still. So I've got bits of movement left to do at the end of this turn. I've also updated one of my ships, so I'm going to be starting to make these improviser constructor ships now. So it's basically a couple of constructors and a couple of engines using up all my cargo space. So I've actually put them in a shipyard. Got a lot of manufacturing in here already. I probably need to switch Snathi around in a minute, but still got some industry stored up there. So let's get moving down here. That one can come over there. This colony ship can come up here. Okay. Right, could be something there, I think. Up here next. Right, that's done. Now I've got, well, those two colony ships which I had in the shipyard, they're coming down here. Let's go straight towards there, is it? Right, colonize that in a second. That one can come down here. I should put $500 million on them, arguably I could put more, but if I want to keep Snathi's manufacturing amount up, then I need to keep population on there really. This is coming over here. I think I can colonize it this turn, hopefully. Yep, so that's 2 places I'm going to colonize this turn. I should do that now. So what's the ideology situation? So I've got 20 points to spend and I need 45 for the next one. I need 65 for there, okay. So might go pragmatic. Series. What was that then? Class 8, wasn't it? So that's the best one. Yeah, but I really want to pick up Pragmatic now because I don't have a way of getting extra Pragmatic points, so I better get it now. I think 10% is not a big deal, so yeah, let's pick that up. And take that off, and I'll come back to that in a second. This one's a barren planet. Minus the population growth. I think I should pick that actually in that situation. Probably would have preferred Pragmatic, but yeah, that's what I'll pick. Right, colonies. So the colonies are just colonized, sticking a solar plants up there, and this one, the barren one, a couple of factories, and I just checked exactly what these techs beyond it do. You can see the barren world is good for manufacturing and military, frozen research and influence, aquatic, wealth and tourism. I'm not sure exactly what the bonuses are, maybe we'll find out later though. Right, so let's enter. There's in 45 per turn. And the culture flip amount isn't shown up there yet. What's that one? But where's Snathi? We have received reports of pirates. These scavengers destroy anything they come across. What use of this information there? That's going down. It's 1.3. The influence flag thing on it, what's that? Was 1.4. So we should be going up really. That's... If I can zoom in. Frame rate's dying. Wow, a colony's influence 9.4 times. It says the colony is 0% in rebellion, which I have trouble in believing, but probably won't be that for long. So yeah, maybe I should destroy this now, this planet. I may do, not sure yet. Right, this can come up to there. The bonus to me in colonizing is that I got extra ideology points, so even losing a planet, you know, I'm still gaining something out from it really. I do lose a colony ship, but you know, who cares about that? So even colonizing and destroying planets is worthwhile because of the ideology situation. What is that? Half decent fleet. Over here. That one can come over there. And if I can deny opponents more planets, that's good as well. Okay. The scout ship. Go up here. Rule 3, yeah, I can see around that. Colony ship. This turn I've actually got enough accrued manufacturing points to create one of these new prototype survey ships, and I've also added my Precursor world, the Durantium, to the current sponsor ship list. Now this planet is supposed to actually give you a bonus to, well, let's read this. Gain a bonus to any mass driver ships produced by this world, supposedly. So I'm not sure if it's shown up yet, but hopefully I will get more than 25 added on to my world here. You can see it mentions there though, study the Durantium cloud. That was from an event linked to that world. So in theory this should be more than 25 though. But we'll see once it's made, I guess. Also on Snathi Prime I'm actually starting on the manufacturing capital. Should get that done this turn. And I've done all of my colonies for the turn. I don't think I'm going to destroy that yet. I'm going to wait until it says 1%. I've got a new constructor which was made last turn. It's quite a good idea to bag resources near to any of your planets to stop the AIs from doing so, because if they do so, it prevents you from making economy star bases near to your worlds, which I'm going to want to do, especially near to capital, more than likely. So there's a cluster of resources here. I think I'll bag those first. So let's come down to there roughly. I should be able to bag all of those. Then I've got to look for antimatter and Elerium especially, I think. Right, I believe that's it for the turn now, so next turn. So I've got 2 planets to colonize, and I think that's it then, and we're done for the colonization phase. I'm slowly figuring out what my worlds to do, and I haven't really decided my military worlds. I really need to start getting my Hyperion Shrinker up and running. And there's actually another minor race, which yeah, I was not expecting. I think I didn't lower the settings for the minor races I thought I had, but we've got 6 now. So greetings Snathi, may the universe be large enough for both of us. Okay. The minor races actually make the game probably easier, especially when you've got tech trading on, since you can tech trade with them so easily. I've kind of done most of the tech trades I can with them, apart from for specialization tech though. I imagine that minor race, well, it's got to be up there somewhere, hasn't it? Right, so first capital ship then, that was the new survey ship we just made. Now I'm going to have to be a bit careful with that survey ship, especially when it comes to these Precursor anomalies. They may be overpowered, so I'm not sure. I think what I'm going to do with these is actually save the game before I pick them up, and if they turn out to be too overpowered, then I might not pick them up. But yeah, we'll see. I'm not even sure if the AI is capable of getting Precursor anomalies, which is kind of a cheat if the AI, if the human player can and they can't. Right, so let's continue up here. Figure that a bit, and there's actually both those are just out of range though, typical. Let's come over to there, is it? Right, that scout ship can come over here. This colony ship looks like it might be pirates or something over here. Weltmacht. Over your planet. The Europe be making crazy amounts of constructors. Don't know if they're making good use out of them. That's actually a precursor planet. If I zoom in, yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Makes faster ships, I think it said. Right, that's range, that one doesn't. Come back down here then. Right, colonies. Now that the manufacturing capital is completed on Snathi Prime, the manufacturing amount has gone up significantly. In fact, if I focus my manufacturing completely, it's up to 367, but I get further boosts as well because of the ideology picks I've made and even the Snathi's racial traits. So I'm actually up to 791 manufacturing potential on just on the home world alone, basically. So I can make ships very, very quickly now, but I don't really have the weapons tech available or even the Hyperion Shrinker built yet to make really good combat ships, but we're not too far away now before I can really start to make a very nice fleet. But for the time being, I'm going to be making constructor ships. I want to make a sensor ship. I want to start making freighters. I am losing money after all, so I should probably do something about that. But yeah, I've got quite a lot of stuff to do. If I'm going to get a lot of text, I should probably keep this on research for a while as well. I do have a bit of research on the homeworld after all, so might as well make use of it. I've got this survey ship I should use as well now, so let's pick up some nearby capsules and stuff, is it? I think because the capsules give you 25% towards attack, what I'm actually going to do is stick this one in a list temporarily, because I want to... There are artifacts left on the map here and there, so I want an artifact to get that, and I'll probably research that next. The AIs don't tend to go for that, so I probably could pick that or that, one of those two techs up off them, of this multiple choice tech, specialization tech. Right, let's burn this down here anyway, so let's move that here. Okay, and let's pick that up. Just money, no 25%, which is what I was hoping for. There's another capsule there, so I guess bring it over and let's complete slave pits this turn, hopefully up to 205. There's a constructor this turn, which I think I'll move as well, so let's bring that over to there. I want to get all three of those. Right, I'm actually at a movement. Yeah, I'll wait until next turn before doing that. Okay, so next turn. I'm thinking of putting the Hyperion Shrinker up on the actual Precursor planet currently, but I may move it long term. It does have a lot of manufacturing, so I might be able to get it reasonably quickly, but I haven't said that. Arguably there are worlds that have more manufacturing. Well, there definitely are, where I could be placing it. But it's a pretty good spot putting the Hyperion Shrinker there, get the +2 military bonus. Yeah, I don't know. There are other decent contenders though. Right, the Hyperion Shrinker, I can basically get an extra 50-60% cargo space by making that building, so it's basically the most important build in the game probably. Right, it's a minor race there. I'm not sure the AI makes, well, does the equivalent with their Hyperion Shrinker. Prioritizes it as much, but they do get huge bonuses on Godlike, so the fact that in a bit. Right, so slave pits we now have, so I can actually, well, I mentioned it's dredging, even though we're not a dredging. It's a stolen tech basically. I'm going to be making these. This gives quite a lot of adjacency bonuses, extra foods, so yeah, pretty good building that. So let's pick up this next then. Get an extra 20%, work our way up to large scale construction. I need to be probably researching quite a few specialization texts coming up as well. How can I get range for those? I don't think I can anyway easily, to be honest. What is it? Well, it doesn't even allow me to see what they are. Right, calling it there. That could go up there. Now these den maker colony ships, I should probably turn them into constructors in a bit. It doesn't look as if there's anything to colonize anymore, does it? What is that up to as well? 70% in rebellion. That's going to culture flip, so I'm actually going to destroy this now. So I got 10 ideology points out of it basically. So destroy planet. Yep. And that's gone. But the icon remains, it would seem. Buggy. Go up here. What is the your planet down here up to? Not put enough pressure on that yet. I've actually explored down there, have I? Okay, it's done. Let's construct there. I think that's where I'm going to place it. Now this had 2 constructor modules on it as well, so I can actually build both of those. I've actually got a couple of planets to colonize this turn. In fact, probably the last 2 planets I'm going to colonize unless I get future extreme colonization technologies. So yeah, let's bring these colonies down here. So the first one is Rose Moraine, and let's check the ideology points. So after 48 I need 65, and we're on 30 and I need 45. So I kind of want to spend both of these on pragmatic. Actually, I could get pragmatic pick then. Yeah, so then with that pragmatic pick I'll pick the build-in one. Allows me to get more ideology points, probably. So, what is this? Now, this planet is actually a potential trade planet, so I wouldn't mind having the extra economy bonus. Minus the manufacture isn't good, the approval's nice, that's pretty awful. So yeah, I'm going to take the pragmatic option here. That's a military bonus. Oh no, it's not. I thought it was a military bonus, but it's research. Let's put that on, put that off. That's a military / manufacturing bonus. If that had been a military bonus, then that probably would make an amazing RIN for Hyperion Shrinker or the other Hyperion military buildings, but yeah, it's not the case. So I'm not sure what this world's going to be, to be honest. And with this one, let's bring this down to here. So this is a class 6 planet. There's a pirate by there. Let's colonize Shazbot. Pick the research one, which is yeah, definitely what I want. Influence, tourism. That's well out of the way. More influence and tourism. Let's take that off. And I've actually got an ideology pick. Now this building there gives you a ton of ideology points. In fact, I believe it's more than any other building within the game for how much ideology points it gives. I think it's 3 per turn, when the Death Furnace is like 1. At least it used to be 3 per turn. But I think I'm going to have to pick up that, because that gives ideology points. Yeah, it's probably worthwhile. This that building is actually pretty good for giving military bonuses as well, which will help with the Hyperion buildings. So yeah, let's pick up that. Okay, so I can start making those now to get more pragmatic ideology points. That cost has gone up to 70. Right, and I believe that is colonization done.